Welcome to Petty Details, where the crew gallivants down a tree-lined lane of conversation on all kinds of different subjects. Join the crew as they jump in the Wayback Machine in the quest for nuggets of knowledge. Our journey will allegedly drop some petty details on you that you didn't know you needed to know until now. Hello, welcome to Petty Details. My name is Meg. We have Cam and Monica,
Hello.
as always.
What's up?
Hello.
Please subscribe.
Yes.
Let us know your ideas, your comments. We
We love
love to
comments.
hear them. Yes.
Yes.
And today we are gonna go in the Wayback Machine.
Ba-dum.
Yeah. Okay. So, did you guys listen to the playlist I sent you?
Yes.
I did.
Okay.
The last hour and a half of work.
Okay. Did you know
Nice.
most of those songs, or at least I tried to
I
put the most notable
Popular
ones in there, yeah.
or well-known ones, yeah.
yes. Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay.
Most
All
of
right.
them. I actually added some because I don't have them on my playlist. I added some to my playlist.
All right.
Nice.
Okay. So, on that playlist, the song Heat Wave by Martha and the Vandells, which
Mhm.
was first done by them and then Linda Ronstadt. Do you remember
Okay.
that version?
Mhm.
Okay. Baby Love by the Four Tops.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
It's on that list. Pretty much any song by the Supremes.
Yeah.
So I didn't add all of the songs that they wrote for the Supremes, but because it would have been a Supremes playlist.
I was gonna say.
Yeah.
So if you know any of these songs, then you
Mhm.
know Holland, Dozier, and Holland.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So we are going to go in our Wayback Machine to the early 60s and the start of the golden age of Motown.
Ooh.
Okay. So, first, who are these guys? So, we've
Yes.
got Lamont Dozier, who was born in Detroit in June 1941. He started
Okay.
writing music and lyrics before he was a teenager and started a band called the Romeos when he was only 13.
Okay.
Nice.
By 1957, he had signed with Atco Records and cut the R&B record called Fine Fine Baby,
Okay.
Nice.
which did well enough that he decided to drop out of high school and pursue music.
Awesome.
He then joined the Voice Masters on Anna Records, and they had a few songs, but nothing really was doing well.
Mm-hmm.
So in 1962, he jumps to the fairly new Motown Records as an artist, producer, and songwriter.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Then we have the Holland brothers, Brian and Eddie.
Mm-hmm.
Eddie is the older brother, born in October 1939, also in Detroit. And he
Mhm.
actually wanted to be an accountant.
Oh.
Wait, what?
Yeah. But he
Yes, life's
realized,
pursuit.
yeah, exactly. But he realized that singers could make more money.
Yeah.
So,
There's that
not
very
wanting.
sharp accounting brain
Yeah,
coming in
exactly.
into
Mm-hmm.
play there.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So in 1958, Eddie meets Barry Gordy, the founder of Motown,
Mhm.
and he meets him through a talent manager.
Okay.
So Eddie's debut was on Mercury Records in 1958 with a song called You that was co-written by Gordy.
Nice.
Awesome.
So Gordy talks a good game. So Eddie drops out of college to go record as a singer. By 1959, Eddie had jumped to Gordy's record label that was still called Tamla, which will
Mhm.
then become Motown.
Okay.
Okay.
Eddie records Merry-Go-Round, which a petty detail is the second 45 to be released on Tamla Records.
Hmm.
Oh.
Um, Random petty detail here that has pretty much nothing to do with anything, but I had to put it in here. In the 1983 TV special, Motown's 25th birthday, Yesterday, Today, and Forever,
Mhm.
it was the first live show where Michael Jackson moonwalked.
Really?
Nice.
Mhm.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Okay, so around 61 or 62, Eddie dropped the song Jamie for Motown Records, and it
Okay.
didn't do much. And
Mm.
he
Okay.
found he kind of didn't like singing as the main artist as much as he thought because he had horrible stage fright.
Oh no.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. But Gordy realizes that Eddie has a voice similar to Jackie Wilson. So
Okay.
Eddie starts singing demos for Jackie.
Hmm.
Okay.
And Eddie decides to bring his brother into Motown also.
Okay.
So Brian Holland was born February 1941. He was also a singer and worked in a couple of groups, the Rayber Voices and the Fidelitones. But he became the lead vocalist for the Satin Tones in 1960.
Okay.
Okay.
Petty detail here, the Rayber Voices was a background singers group at Motown and were on the record Come to Me in 1959.
Hmm. I do love the group names. They are interesting.
Mhm.
Yeah, they are. Another petty detail, the Satin Tones was the first group to record a single for Motown, which was still Tamla, with the song Going to the Hop. So
Okay.
these guys are at the beginning
Yeah.
of
Right.
all of
I was
this,
gonna
right?
say going to the hop as in the sock hop.
Yes.
Hmm.
Okay. That's what I
Yeah.
figured, but
Which we had sock hops when I was in elementary school. We still had them.
Did you?
Yep.
nice.
That sounds like fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, so these guys are like in at the floor level when it's still Tamla Records.
Yeah. Okay.
Like they're in.
Literally ground level of yeah.
Mm, mhm.
Hmm.
But Brian ends up working with his fellow Satin Tone Robert Bateman to rewrite Please Mr. Postman by the Marvelettes.
Nice.
Okay.
Okay. Petty detail. Postman was the first Motown song to reach #1 on the Billboard Hot 100.
Wow.
But around 61 or 62, Robert Bateman leaves Motown and suggests that Brian start to write with Lamont Dozier.
Okay.
Well,
Okay.
Eddie doesn't want to miss the action, so he suggests that they would do better as a team of three. And he was proved
Hmm.
right.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
So the first Holland Dozier Holland collaboration was Dearest One, which was recorded by Lamont in 1962 on
Hmm.
the Motown subsidiary Melody.
Okay.
But then they start writing for other artists and come up with Locking Up My Heart by the Marvelettes in 1962, which was a modest hit.
Hmm.
Hmm.
But then they strike gold with their top 10 hit Heat Wave by Martha and the Vandells.
Yes.
Uh-huh.
And this is when the team decided that they had more success as writers and producers than as artists themselves.
Okay.
Mm.
So Eddie was really good at lyrics.
Mhm.
Lamont would kind of help with the lyrics and come up with the music. And
Okay.
Brian was good at engineering and the melodies.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Good team.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Brian and Lamont would do most of the production for the songs also.
Okay.
So, music wasn't the only thing that they had in common. All three were brought up by their grandmothers and were told that they had to go to church, had to be in the choir, and should listen to mainly gospel and classical music. So, this
Okay.
similar background would shape their musical choices.
Yeah.
So, at
Makes
first,
sense.
they're having to compete with other producers to get their songs recorded by the artists.
Mm.
Some of the people that they're competing against were Smokey Robinson and Norman Whitfield.
Wow.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Heavy hitters.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Smokey Robinson wrote, I mean, obviously, you know, he's a singer, but he wrote Get
Right.
Ready and
Mhm.
My Girl by the Temptations.
Oh, I
Wow.
didn't know he wrote that. Wow.
That's
Yeah.
crazy.
Norman Whitfield, you may not know his name, but you know his songs. He wrote Ain't Too Proud to Beg by the Temptations and I Heard It Through the Grapevine by Marvin Gaye.
Oh
Wow.
my gosh.
Yeah, so these are some
Yeah.
heavy hitters here.
Seriously.
Um,
Big names. Okay.
right.
Uh-huh.
Okay, but all this starts to change when they wrote Heat Wave, which went to number
Hmm.
4,
Hmm.
and then they meet the Supremes.
Oh boy.
So we are going to start with a little history here.
Hmm.
Diana Ross and the Supremes had been at Motown for a bit by 1964, but their
Okay.
songs weren't going anywhere. And
Okay.
they would end up getting like scraps and had to record those songs.
Really?
Yeah,
Mm.
they
Huh.
were not doing well. Um, And Brian, Eddie, and Lamont had written a couple songs for them, but again, they didn't do well.
Hmm.
So they're probably about to be on their way out.
Mhm.
And then they write Where Did Our Love Go?
Oh boy.
Okay.
Okay.
Petty detail here, though. Where Did Our Love Go was originally written for the Marvelettes,
Oh,
Oh.
but they refused to record it.
Huh.
really?
And yeah, and there was a big argument, and it was decided because they got the scraps that Supremes would record it.
Oh,
Oh
wow.
my goodness. Just by happenstance.
Uh-huh.
I was
Wow.
gonna say, talk about the biggest favorite ever at that point.
Literally.
Yeah, because the Marvelettes decided they hated the song.
Right.
Wow.
They just
And it's
bumped the
literally, it's,
Supremes up.
Yep.
yeah,
Hmm.
that's literally all it takes is just a split second
Hmm.
decision.
That's right.
That's crazy.
But the song was written in a lower key than Diana Ross usually sang, and she didn't want to record it either.
Oh, oh.
Well,
And Gladys
okay
Horton
then.
of the Marvelettes told Diana, quote, "You can't let them push you around doing horrible songs like this."
Oh my gosh.
Love that.
So Diana goes crying to Gordy, but Gordy liked the song and he released it anyway.
Dang. Well,
Yeah, so they were trying really hard to like torpedo their careers.
Yeah, they really did not want to release that song.
Uh-uh.
Jeez.
But
mhm.
good thing that they did because that song not only catapulted Diana Ross and the Supremes to number one with the first of five consecutive number ones, but this
Wow.
also
Wow.
rises Eddie, Brian, and Lamont's stars.
Hmm.
Okay.
And in 1964, the Supremes get big time.
Hmm.
Baby Love and Come See About Me both shoot to number one also.
Hmm.
Wow.
Okay. But these guys are known not to keep it in their pants.
Oh.
So, petty detail,
Hmm.
married Brian starts an
Hmm.
affair with Diana Ross.
Oh boy.
Both Baby I Need Your Lovin' by the Four Tops and Baby Love are both written about the affair with Diana.
That's crazy.
Wow.
Um, but the affair wasn't really secret. And one night his wife
They
blew up.
usually aren't.
No. One night his wife blew up at a nightclub where Diana and Brian were. And the wife was apparently like yelling and screaming at Diana.
Oh boy.
So that's a petty detail for you.
Wow.
Yeah.
Lamont wasn't much better. He got into a fight with his girlfriend at one point over cheating,
Hmm.
and she went to hit him but missed him. And he
Oh
said,
boy.
quote, "Stop in the name of love just to be an asshole."
Wow.
That's insane.
Yep.
You're quoting your
Wow.
own crap. That's
Yeah.
crazy.
But it calmed the
Yeah.
situation down and she started laughing about it. But
Huh?
this
Well.
hits Lamont and he goes, "Hold on a minute. Did you hear the cash register? Is that a hit title?"
Right. Also, yes. Yeah. Spoiler
Yes.
Yeah.
alert. Yeah.
Yes, it
Yeah.
was.
Turns
So
out,
it also
yes.
went to number one for the Supremes.
That's amazing.
Wow.
The team also does pretty well with Marvin Gaye, and they put him in the top 10 with How Sweet It Is.
Hmm.
Wow. Okay.
Um, Again, petty detail here, the song really made Marvin Gaye mad
Oh.
because again, it wasn't written in his key. It was a higher key, and he didn't want to record it.
Are they doing this intentionally? Like they're writing these songs and they're like, but here's a plot twist.
It's got
Let's
to be in a
change the
key.
key on it.
I
Yeah.
don't
Yeah.
think so because it almost seems like they're writing just songs and then they're saying,
Yeah.
"Oh,
Here.
well, this one would be
Oh,
good for the Marvelettes," and then they're like, "Oh, well, they don't want it, so
Right.
somebody else is gonna get
gotcha.
it," but they don't
Okay.
change the key.
Hmm.
Got it. Oh, well, yeah. Okay, that's true.
Yeah. So their success doesn't stop in 65 or 66 when they have five
Mm,
number one hits. Stop in the Name of Love, Back in My Arms Again, and Can't Hurry Love, all by the Supremes.
Hmm.
Sugar Pie Honey Bunch and Reach Out, I'll Be There by the Four Tops.
Yes.
And Petty Detail, the team thought, quote, "You Keep Me Hanging On" was a better song than, quote, "You Can't Hurry Love."
mm.
They wanted to release it first, but they lost that argument.
Well, yeah.
And then I bet they're so glad that they did lose that
Yeah,
argument.
for
Yeah.
real.
There is like so much miracle fate in this story.
Yes.
Seriously. Wow.
So, by this time, the team is cranking out the hits, and they would often complete a song in a day.
Mm,
They
Dang.
would also
Okay.
cut 2 to 3 songs in a 3 hour session with the session band.
wow.
But they would always try and use the same session musicians from the Funk Brothers, and they wouldn't record if they couldn't have at least James Jamison and Benny Benjamin because they knew the sound that Brian, Eddie, and Lamont were going for.
Hmm.
Okay.
Um, and sometimes the band would say, "That's not rock and roll," about like the chords.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
But then the boys would reply, "Who says we're doing rock and roll?"
Right.
Yeah.
Who
It's
says
different.
that's what we're going for?
Right, right,
Right.
right.
So Motown was basically a production line for songs.
Okay.
Writers, producers, and choreographers lived by the production philosophy to keep it simple.
Okay.
Hmm.
Marvin Gaye was quoted as saying, quote, "It was a loving Gestapo because Barry is a loving cat, but it was still the Gestapo."
Wow.
Yeah. Lamont said, quote, "We were just kids banging this stuff out. We had no idea these songs would be around one day to the next, much less 35 to 40 years later."
That's
Much
crazy.
less even longer than that, but yeah.
Yeah.
Right,
But
right.
that's also why I think that it didn't matter like what key they wrote them in because they were just
Yeah.
cranking out these songs.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
So,
Yeah.
um, so petty detail here, before Berry Gordy was big time, he had signed a deal for Smokey Robinson and only received a check for $3.19 in royalties.
Oh my gosh.
That's a
And
slap in the face.
yeah,
Yeah.
and Robinson told him, quote, "You might as well start your own record label. I don't think you could do any worse than this."
Oh shit.
No way.
Oh,
Uh,
but for real.
yeah. Okay. So the sign over the two-story house that was called Hitsville, USA was Barry Gordy. No, the sign over the door of the house was said Hitsville, USA. Sorry, that's what the house was
Okay.
called. Um,
Gotcha.
but Barry Gordy was quoted as saying, "The Hitsville sign over the door let it be known that if you set foot inside, you were expected to sing, dance, write, produce, sell, or manage."
Hey,
Yeah.
Yeah, he's not messing around. This is a
I was gonna
business. This is
I was
not.
right.
gonna say, yeah, this is a moneymaker and these are the expectations.
Tight ship.
If you don't like
Exactly.
it, there's the door.
Yeah, pretty
Hmm.
much. So in 1967, they write "Baby I Need Your Lovin'" by the Four Tops, which goes to number 3. But they aren't just writing and producing. By 1965, Brian was the Motown VP of Creative Evaluation.
Hmm.
And by 1966, Eddie was named head of the A&R department, which selects the artists and songwriters and musicians that will work together to make a certain sound.
Hmm.
And he also researched new musical talent.
Nice.
But all good things cannot last.
No.
So Brian, Eddie, and Lamont get into it with Gordy over royalties and profit sharing in 1967.
Oh.
They try to renegotiate their contracts when Gordy refused and they decided to go on strike or, quote, pause activity.
Okay.
Oh,
Yeah.
right.
This leads Brian, Eddie, and Lamont to leaving Motown in 1968 in one of the longest legal battles in music history.
Jeez.
Yeah, so during the lawsuit with Motown, Brian, Eddie, and Lamont all claimed that they were coerced into giving up the rights to their songs, and Gordy had forged their signatures.
Wow.
Oh.
The suit wasn't settled until 1977, so 10 years.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Dang.
Later, both Eddie and Gordy would blame lawyers for making more tension than there was.
Hmm.
One of them said, I don't know how many hundreds of thousands of dollars it cost all of us, but the only financial winners were the lawyers.
Mm.
They always are.
Yeah.
Always
I
are.
was gonna say that tracks.
Yeah. The team was legally still contracted to Motown Publishing.
Hmm.
So after they left, they couldn't write or produce under their own names.
Oh, dang.
Mm.
This leads them to write under the names Edith Wayne and Ronald Dunbar.
Wow.
Okay.
When the team leaves Motown, they choose to write songs that weren't as structured and didn't all sound the same. They wanted to
Okay.
write like grittier music.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so under the Wayne Dunbar name, they wrote Give Me Just a Little More Time by the chairman of the board, which went to
Mm-hmm.
number 3, and Band of Gold by Frida Payne, which also went to number 3.
Mhm.
And Petty Detail, Give Me Just a Little More Time, is Eddie's favorite song that he wrote.
Oh.
Nice.
So Eddie, Brian, and Lamont decide to form their own record company, Invictus Records. And with Invictus Records, they had more hard-hitting songs. They're doing more like women's liberation and anti-war material.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
So songs like Frida Payne's 1971 Bring the Boys Home, that went to number 13 on the Billboard Hot 100, but was banned from American Forces Network.
Oh man.
Yeah. Um,
Yeah.
and they always wrote songs like deliberately to bring all the races together and to appeal to anyone and
Mhm.
everyone.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and given that time, yeah,
Right.
I could see where that would upset a lot of people.
Yeah. So another petty detail here, one of Holland Dozier and Holland's proteges was R. Dean Taylor, who recorded in 1970 one of my favorite songs, Indiana Wants Me.
Nice.
Oh, nice.
It's a
Yeah,
good song.
it is a good song. He also recorded 1972's Taos, New Mexico.
Hey.
Is there?
And
Oh, go
sorry.
ahead. I
No,
was
go
just
ahead.
let you. Is there a Louisiana one?
No.
Oh.
Although there's close because they also wrote 1974's There's a Ghost in My House.
Okay. Yeah. Pretty much. That's
Right.
Louisiana right
Yep.
Yep.
there. There you go.
Bam.
So that one was co-written by R. Dean Taylor, Holland Dozier Holland in 1966, but it didn't reach number 3 in the UK until 1974.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
So, but again, they couldn't seem to stop fighting. The Holland brothers would fight about songs. Invictus is starting to get complaints from artists who had issues not being paid enough.
Uh-oh.
And Lamont takes off to LA to sign with ABC Dunhill to record as a solo artist.
Ooh,
Wow.
they're jumping ship.
Yeah.
This move by Lamont leads to yet another lawsuit between the Holland brothers and Lamont because he's still contracted under Invictus.
Oh boy.
Dang.
Yeah, this lawsuit was settled out of court by Lamont by letting go of his ownership share.
Wow.
Unfortunately, Lamont recorded 2 songs with ABC Dunhill, Trying to Hold On to My Woman and Fish Ain't Biting, that didn't do much.
No.
No.
Mm-mm.
Dang.
Yeah. Okay. So you ready for some random petty details?
Let's
Love
go.
him. Yes.
And these aren't quite as random as the Michael Jackson one. So okay. Where the Joy Nature Boy was released in 1958 as Brian Holland, but it's allegedly Eddie singing.
Oh,
Oh.
wow.
The song Jimmy Mack was
Mhm.
written about a kid who was killed in New York who had written a song and wanted to be in the music industry. And his mom ended
Mm.
up accepting a BMI award for the song. And the speech she
Wow.
gave stuck with Lamont, so he wrote a song about it.
I was
Wow.
bopping that song like I didn't. Wow, that's crazy.
Yeah,
I was literally listening to that song like this is such a good song.
yeah,
Like,
it's a
Yeah.
good song. Yeah.
wow, wow.
Um, it's the same old song. Is the bass line of I Can't Help Myself turned around.
Okay.
Oh my goodness.
Columbia,
Wow.
Columbia was going to try and release an old album, and Brian, Eddie, and Lamont were trying to come up with a way to get a hit before that happened.
Hmm.
So they thought the fastest way to do that was to do something they'd done before.
Smart.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Taking it,
if it
flip it and
works.
reverse it. Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Baby I Need Your Lovin' sat for about 5 or 6 months when someone at Motown asked if Brian, Eddie, and Lamont had a song for the Four Tops. They thought it would be a B-side song.
Oh,
Okay.
really?
Yeah.
Wow. Huh.
Um,
Like this was not that great.
yeah.
Yeah. It's not our best work. It's fine.
Yeah. They also wrote 10 out of 12 number one hits for the Supremes.
Wow.
Jeez.
Hmm. So, what happened to these guys? Lamont started writing and producing for Warner Brothers or Arista, sorry, and Columbia Records in the late 70s.
Mhm.
Okay.
In 1980, he went to England and worked with Alison Moyet and Simply Red on the songs Invisible and You've Got It.
Okay.
Okay.
1985, he produced a song with Phil Collins on an Eric Clapton record that was called Hung Up on Your Love Again and Run.
Okay.
And he co-wrote 1988's Two Hearts with Phil Collins.
Oh
And he
wow.
also produced Aretha Franklin's album Sweet Passion.
Oh, okay.
Nice.
In 1991, Lamont went to Atlantic Records as an artist, but by the late 90s, he decided to make his own label, Hit House Records, with his wife Barbara. And they released Lamont Dozier, an American Original, in 2002 that would get a Grammy nomination.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
He also did an educational tape series called the Lamont Dozier School of Music. Lamont was married 3 times and had 6 kids, and he passed away in 2022.
Oh,
Wow.
wow. Okay.
Brian released a solo song in 1972, Don't Leave Me Starvin', and wrote a book about the time with Holland Dozier Holland in 2019 called Come and Get These Memories.
Mm.
He's now in his 80s.
Wow.
Eddie sued Berry Gordy in 1988 and 1992 with the same claims as the original case, saying he was coerced into giving up his rights to his music. He also accused Gordy of forging signatures to get those rights.
Yeah.
I believe the 1988 case was dismissed and the
Mhm.
1992 case was settled out of court.
Okay.
Okay.
But Eddie is also still living.
Wow.
Wow.
Hmm. So, petty details, Lamont and the Holland brothers wrote books separately. But
Wow.
Lamont said when he read the Hollands book, he learned things he didn't know even after knowing them for 60 years.
Oh wow.
Wow.
Hmm.
That's
So,
amazing.
these guys, like, obviously really shaped the Motown 1960s sound. They
Yeah, they
basically
did.
made the Supremes.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
They composed over 400 songs.
Jeez.
Yeah, 130 were on the pop charts, with
Dang.
70 top 10 hits and 40 songs that reached number one.
Wow.
Okay, now I'll read out the awards and honors, some of them. Anyway, um, 1988 inducted into Songwriters Hall of Fame. 1990 inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. 2003 they got the BMI Icons Award at the BMI Pop Awards. 2009 they received the John M. Mercer Award from the Songwriters Hall of Fame. 2010 they were inducted into Michigan Legends Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. And 2015 gave them a Hollywood star.
Wow.
Nice.
Yeah. So
Jeez.
I will leave you with a quote from performing songwriter.com. And
Okay.
it says, these are songwriters whose catalogs go beyond any trends, who create the sound of an era and whose influence is still felt decades later.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So
Yeah.
that's the
Like
st
if my family's listening, like if we're listening to Motown, like that's feel good music, that type of like that vibe. You
Mm-hmm.
can just kind of like listen to it at any time, you know?
yeah.
Like
Oh yeah.
it just transcends anything.
Yeah.
It's
Well,
crazy.
yeah, my mom loved Motown, and so like I grew up listening to Motown, and so it's yeah, super
Yeah.
nostalgic for me because
Hmm.
I grew up listening to it with my
Yeah.
mom, and so it's like that will forever be tied to that music in my mind,
Yep.
which
Yeah.
Yeah.
makes it just last that much longer.
The
Hmm.
crazy thing is like so many of the songs that you know.
Almost didn't happen.
Yeah.
Right.
And they're all written by like 5 of the same guys.
Yeah.
Crazy.
You've got
It's just
Holland, Dozier
nuts.
Holland, you've got Smokey Robinson, and you've got Norman.
Right.
So
Yeah, just
Wow.
wow.
they are the Motown song, the
Yeah.
Motown sound.
Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm.
That's all it is. So
Crazy.
yeah.
That's insane.
hmm
Jeez.
There you go. Now that you listen to these songs, you'll know
Uh-huh.
that it was
That's all the same people.
it's all the same
Right,
people,
right.
and they didn't think these songs were very good, some of them.
Right. That blows my mind. Just blows my
Yeah.
mind.
Yeah, it's like seeing the ones that they thought were gonna be crap.
And yeah, and they like just skyrocketed.
Yeah.
hmm And you're like, seriously, like what, 60 years later?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
People still know those songs? Christ,
Yep.
it might be 70 years later at this point, but
Right.
you know, people
Oh yeah.
know those songs
Mm-hmm.
still.
Uh-huh.
That's
Well, and those are
insane.
songs like you not only know the song, you know them by the title. Because there's a lot of times it's
Right.
like you know the song,
Yeah.
can't place the title, don't know who sang it or wrote it or whatever, but
100%.
you know the song. These ones, it's like, nope, you just say the song title.
Yeah.
Everybody knows exactly like what you're talking about or who
Yep.
it's by, or they can hear it when,
Oh
when
yeah.
you're talking
Mm-hmm.
about it. It's like, yeah, yeah.
Yep.
It's definitely, yeah, it's still, I don't know, just blows my mind that they almost didn't happen.
Right.
Yeah.
Oof.
Yep. So there you go. There is the story of some of the hits that you know.
Motown.
Go listen to some Motown, people.
Go listen
Heck
to some
yeah.
Motown. Yeah. And if you want the playlist, let me know. Hit me up. I will send it to you.
Oh, you
Meg
could
is the
link it in the
master of
description,
playlists.
maybe.
There you go.
I could. Yeah. It is a Spotify playlist. I make amazing
There you
playlists, by the way.
Yeah.
go. She's the
I,
master. Meg is the master of the playlist. So
I might have
just
to beef
saying.
this one up a little bit though.
Should we have an alternate like should you have an alternate like DJ Meg? Like can
Yes.
we do that? That's so cool.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think I've made
Get you some
like
turntables.
15, 20
Yeah.
playlists for Monica for different things.
I was gonna say for me alone. Just
And then we'll be like,
that.
about DJ Meg.
Oh
Yep.
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
That's it.
Yep.
I'm gonna get
That's
I
some of
great.
agree.
those lights, those flashing lights and a disco
Heck
Yes.
ball.
yeah.
Check out our DJing YouTube channel.
Right?
Yep, it's gonna be great.
I love it.
All right, so there you have it. Stay petty, my friends. Not as petty as all these guys suing each other, though.
The rights. For real.
correct.
Bye.
See ya.